People, what's going on? How is everybody doing? This is your boy Harlem, and I'm back with another video. So on today's video, there's gonna be an outlook, people, for the coming week of the 20th up and until the 24th of February. You feel me, people? This is our outlook, financial disclaimer. Everything that I'm gonna be sharing, everything that I'm be doing, they based off of my own experience and my own opinions. Nasdaq might do it, Nasdaq might not, gold might do it, gold might not. The only thing that I can afford to do is just to stick to my plans and share what I believe it's valuable, and to just put game on someone's life, not on everyone's lives. So I guess, and I hope that you all are preparing yourself for the weekend, for the next coming week. You're back testing, you forward testing, and you most of all staying consistent, and you're staying disciplined and patient, and you're trusting the process. Never mind the sounds, people. It's weekend. Everybody outside. I'm just like, damn, they can't stop me from doing what I'm gonna be doing. And their noise won't stop us from uploading fire content. You feel me? Without further ado, let's just hop in and let's trust the process. So you guys know that, like, I always start off with wifey. I always start off with the NAS. I can't be without wifey, people. So looking at the structure of the NAS right there, you can tell that, like, price is creating some sort of resistance right there, and you're holding some sort of some sort of support, people. And I will share how I took this trade on Monday, people. An outlook will be coming, and trade breakdown will be coming up of how I took this 219 pip to the downside on Thursday. You feel me, people? So now looking at the structure of the NAS, you can tell that, like, price is holding support and we're holding some sort of resistance. So looking at current price, because that's what we're focusing on. Current price, you can tell that, like, price once came to the zone and pushed to the upside. We're coming back again right now, and we're seeing some sort of bullish momentum. So looking at my trade idea, the only thing that I laid out from the 4-hour is we're bullish at support, we bearish at resistance. Because now price is kind of like holding some sort of support. The only thing I'll be looking for, if price don't break out of support, it's a continuation or a reversal to the upside, heading to resistance. And if it happens, price gets to resistance and we fail to break resistance, I'll be looking forward for a reversal to the downside. Because once price came down there, pushed to the downside, came back again, pushing to the downside, coming back again, and failing to break, I'm looking forward for a push to the downside. So my outlook or my trade idea is we bullish at support, we bearish at resistance. Long as price don't break out of support, outlook forward for continuations or reversals to the upside. Long as price don't break out of resistance, outlook forward, look for continuations to the downside or reversals to the downside. So from the hourly is we bearish below support, we bullish above resistance. Somebody calling me, people. Sorry about that. Yeah. So from the hourly is we bearish below support, we bullish above resistance. Like I say, long as price don't break out of resistance, long as price don't break out of support, I'm doing what? I'm reversing to the upside. But if price breaks out of support, I'm simply looking for what? Break and retest strategy, or break and retest pattern, and continue to the downside. And at the same time, long as price breaks out of resistance, I'll look forward for continuations to the upside with a break and retest and a continuation to the upside. Long as price fails to break, I'll look forward reversals to the downside. So that's my trade idea on the NAS. I'm keeping it clean, I'm keeping it simple, just like how I took this trade. So looking at the second one, we're looking at what? At gold. So now on gold, we did say that, like, gold was trading below our major resistance. Long as price is trading below major resistance from a break out of that resistance and coming back from that resistance again, you don't have to look for what? You don't have to look for continuations or reversals to the upside, because price is clearly showing you that we broke out of resistance and you broke back in of resistance. There's something that price is not trying to show you. If you don't see the signs, then it's up to you. So now there's no trade idea on gold, but I just want to break down what I'm seeing right there. Price once had this double bottom right there, people. Price once had this double bottom right there and pushed to the upside. Now, because price once held the zone last week, price held the zone last week, you feel me, people, with breakouts and breakback-ins, failing to break, creating some sort of intraday support, and intraday resistance. So because now I don't have a trade idea, I'm looking for stronger confirmations. because I can see that like we're having some sort of a what, some sort of a bearish channel or some sort of a what, some sort of a falling wedge. The only thing that I'm waiting for on gold, it's once price breaks out of what does intraday resistance and that trend, I'll look for retest and look for what continuations to the upside. Long as price holds our resistance, major resistance, I'll still look for what, for continuations to the downside. But at the same time, like I say, I don't have a trade idea. I don't want to share complicating stuff, and I don't want to make your people be complicated with what I'm trying to share, because I don't see anything. I'm forcing things before me, people. Looking at German 30. So now, German 30, you can tell that like the whole week, 2 weeks, I think, price has been holding this what, the support and resistance upper zone, and we're still looking at what, at this overall rising wedge for me, people. So now, looking at my current price, you can tell that like price has some sort of support right there when we have a high right there. So like I said, my trade idea, we bearish at fail to break off highs, and we bullish at support. So bearish at fail to break off highs. If price continues to the upside, and fails to break this high, this high right there, I'd look for what? I'd look for a double top anticipation or some sort of price forming some sort of resistance, and look for what? Reversals to the downside. And at the same time, if price pushes to the downside and fails to break this zone right there, those lows or this resistance or this support right there, I'd look for what? I'd look for reversals to the upside. But overall, I'm looking for a breakout right there, and I'm also looking for what? For a breakout right there, because those are the two things which I'm looking for to confirm my stronger or my bigger confirmation or my bigger direction. Like I said in my trade idea, I'm looking for a bear. I'm looking to be bearish at fail to break off highs, and I'm looking to be bullish at support. Long as we don't break out of support, long as we don't break out of the highs, I'm looking for reversals either to the upside nor to the downside. So looking at US 30, so US 30, like I said, price is holding a major sell zone or a major what? A major resistance or 2022 resistance right there. Like I said on my trade breakdown, I will leave a link on the description like right there so y'all can see what I was talking about. You can tell price has printed some sort of a 2022 resistance, and price is still failing to break the zone. Where you see this arrow is just no, price came to that zone and dropped, came to that zone and dropped, came to that zone and dropped, came again and dropped. So now, like I said on my previous outlook, long as price is holding support, long as price is trading above support, I'll look for what? Reversals to the upside. Long as price is trading below resistance, I'll look for what? For reversals to the downside. You feel me, people? So my trade idea is we bearish below intraday support. This very same intraday support I spoke of on the previous outlook and my previous trade breakdown, I did say that like price, if price trades below this support, this intraday support, let's simply wait for retest and continue to the downside. But if price fails to break, let's look for what? Continuation to the upside. Same thing with what? We bullish above our major resistance. If price breaks out of our major resistance, we look for what? Continuation to the upside. But if price fails to break, we simply look for what? Reversals to the downside. But like I say, price is holding a major resistance zone. Price is failing to break the zone for some time now. This year, we're talking about this year now. For some time this year, since we started 2023, long as price is still failing to break the zone, I'll look for what? Reversals to the downside. You feel me, people? So that's my trade idea. Keeping it simple, keeping it sweet, keeping it what? Clean and easy. So looking at USD CAD. USD CAD is kind of tricky, people. We know that like USD CAD was still in our sideways movement. USD CAD once broke out of the sideways movement and broke back in. Now, looking at current price, we're still broke out, and we're now looking for what? For potential what? Double top right there, you feel me, people? So now if price is having a double top and price broke out of our major correction, price pushed and exhausted. So if now we're having a push phase and an exhaustion phase and a push phase and an exhaustion phase, long as price will trade above this correction resistance, I would look for what? for what? Continuation to the upside in anticipation of push correction, and a continuation push to the upside. But if price is failing to break the zone and breaks back in, I'll look for retest below and look for continuations to the downside. So my trade idea is we continue bullish above highs. Like I say, we're on a push correction. If price continues pushing to the upside, let's look for price to break the what? The two highs or the double top that we're looking at right there in anticipation of a what? Breakout, retest, continuing to the upside. Or we bearish below resistance, like I say. If price is holding some sort of double top right there and trading above our resistance, we'll continue to the upside. But if price breaks back in and trades below our resistance, let's look for a retest below and a reversal to the downside. So that's my trade idea. So this is my outlook forward for USD CAD. I'm simply looking for price to continue bullish above the double top or above the two highs, or for price to be bearish, or for price to confirm the double top once we have a break back in of our correction or of our resistance, and look for a retest below and continue to the downside. For me, people. So looking at USD, looking at Tesla, I don't want to lie, there's no trade idea on Tesla. Tesla has been trading on this very same zone for the whole week. So the only thing I'm waiting for is for price to continue to the upside, or for price to break back in and continue to the downside. But like I said, price is holding a major support zone right there. Price broke back in for our major support. So with price breaking back in, let's look for a retest below, or let's look for a retest above in anticipation of what? Continuations to the upside, and at the same time to confirm my invest head and shoulders and look for what? Reversals to the upside. Bitcoin, I also don't have a trade idea, people. I want to keep my trading sweet, simple, and short, and keep it easy. I don't want to complicate you guys, and I don't want to complicate my trading setups and all my trading rules at the same time. So I want to see price having some sort of this resistance and price pushing to the downside right there. You feel me, people? So price once held the zone for 4 days, for I don't know how many times, with what price tapping, dropping, tapping, dropping, tapping, dropping, tapping, and until we impulsively dropped to the downside, people, meaning that we're having some sort of resistance right there. Looking at current price once broke out and broke back in with a bear engulfing candle, now pulling back to that very same zone and showing me some sort of bullish depletion. You feel me, people? I see some sort of bullish depletion right there. So my trade idea is, long as price is still trading below this zone, I would look for reversals to the downside. But once price has bullish momentum, once price has bearish momentum, because I see bullish depletion, people. So I don't have a trade idea, but that's all I can share right now, because that's all I'm looking at when I was analyzing and back testing and looking for and forward testing, people. Looking at at Ethereum, even on Ethereum, people, I don't want to lie, Ethereum is holding a major sell zone. You can tell this zone right there. You can tell this zone. Like price was once holding this zone as support until we broke out, having it as resistance right there. Now, because now price is trading at the zone, my trade idea is we bullish at breakout, we bearish at fail to break. If price is now failing to break, that means I have to be bearish. But if price breaks out, I need to be I need to be bullish, people. That's the only thing I can share, because I also don't have a trade idea on Ethereum. I don't see what price is doing. You feel me, people? Price is just bouncing to the upside, bouncing to the upside, bouncing to the downside, bouncing to the upside. So I'm looking for for breakout or for to break. Take my bullish continuations at breakout. Take my bearish reversals at fail to break. Looking at Ethereum, because the nigga live too lit. So even on Ethereum right there, I also don't have a trade idea. So my crypto, so this week I see nothing on cryptocurrency, people. Don't be mad at me, don't bash up on me, or don't hate up on me, because I don't see shit, people. So if I don't see shit, I can't make y'all look for shit that I don't see. You feel me, people? So now let's look at this. Price once had this double top right there, you feel me, and did and pushed to the downside. Now coming back with a breakout and a break back in and retesting below, candle retesting below. The only thing that I'm looking for to confirm this is that if now price, because it's holding some sort of those 1 hour time frame lows, if price is holding those zones and fail to break, then let's look for what those intraday highs, intraday lows. But if price is now having a retest below, let me look for a breakout and a retest and do what and continue to the downside. But at the same time, I don't have a trade idea. The only thing I can say is we bullish above intraday resistance. This very same zone right there. That's the only zone I can be bullish above and be bearish below, people. You feel me? So last but not least, we're having oil. So oil is trading on this very same zone. Price once did what? Came back. Price once traded on this zone and pushed to the upside, you feel me? Came back right there and started moving sideways in an ugly tapper movement. So my trade idea is, because what I'm looking at right there is we bullish with momentum. If I see now price is failing to break the zone and rejecting for 4 hours, for straight 16 hours, 1, 2, 3 hours, 4, 8, 12, for 12 hours, I mean, people, 4, 8, 12, for 12 hours, price has been failing to break the zone. All I'm saying is we bullish with momentum, we bearish below zone. So if price is holding the zone and failing to break, then I'll do what? I'll continue bullish. But if price is bearish below of the zone, then I'll continue to the downside. But at the same time, I also don't have a trade idea on oil, because price is moving sideways and I don't understand how price is moving. One thing we up, one thing we down. I don't want to complicate my trading. I want to keep it short. I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it easy. I want to keep it clean, and I want to keep it legitimate for people. So that's my outlook. Those are my trade ideas. Those are the things I'm looking for. I'm looking for price to break resistance. I'm looking for price to fail to break. I'm looking for support and resistance. I'm looking for patterns. I'm looking for momentum. I'm looking for structure. I'm looking for higher highs, and I'm looking for higher lows. And I'm most of all looking for what? For clean, tradable setups. So that's all I got, people. That's all I got.